Welcome back. All right, so we've got a trade, and I was just waiting around. I was like, all right, I'm going to wait a little bit. Is that it? So for right now, it appears that's it. We may get another trade before the night's out, though. And I like what Detroit did. So I'm wearing the Grand Rapids Griffins and the Detroit hat. They pick up Nick Leddy. They also retain 50% on Richard Panik, who goes to the New York Islanders. And the number 52 draft pick in the 2021 draft, an Edmonton draft pick that Detroit has, goes to the Islanders. So the Islanders get a pick. They get a player in Richard Panik. It is another jersey for Panik to wear. Panik is getting into Mike Sullinger territory. He's getting there. And we'll see whether or not Panik plays a game in New York or if he ends up going somewhere else before the season starts. But yeah, 50% of his contract's retained by Detroit. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now, the interesting thing is, by adding Nick Leddy for Detroit's blue line, good solid upgrade on that blue line, they're likely to protect Leddy, of course. Hronik, they have to. And maybe either Cholowski or Lindstrom. They're both eligible, which might leave Troy Stecher out there from Detroit, and you would think Seattle would probably pick up Stecher. Now, Canuck fans, of course, would love to see Stecher come back. I think Stecher would love to come back to Vancouver. And, you know, he showed in Detroit that he is a very good defenseman when given that chance. At the very least, he was good for Detroit. I know there'll be some debate about what that really says or if that says something about Detroit's blue line, but I liked how Stecher played this year. So does he get picked up by Seattle, or does Detroit roll the dice with losing either Lindstrom or Cholowski? And if Cholowski and Stecher were available, does Stecher really actually end up being the guy who gets taken, or does Seattle look at Cholowski? We'll be discussing this once those lists all come out, right? Also, news from today, Morgan Geekie signs a one-year, two-way deal with the Carolina Hurricanes. That means $750,000 playing at the NHL level, $75,000 playing in the minors. So we'll see how things go for Geekie this year with Carolina. I like the player. I think he ends up probably playing a more regular role. I don't think he has to worry about the $75K. I think he makes the $750. But again, we'll see. And remember, the protected lists are due tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, my time. So 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, but we won't know the identities, in most cases anyways, of the players who are exposed in the expansion draft until Sunday morning. At least that's when it becomes official. And of course, at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, that's when the rosters are frozen. So if your team hasn't made a deal by then, it's done. They can't make a deal to try to, avoid losing certain players in the expansion draft. So that's when the deadline hits. And of course, once those lists are revealed on Sunday, we will be pouring over them and going over who may or may not be an interesting candidate for a pickup by Seattle. And we'll discuss it. I know the list is out there for who the Oilers might be protecting, and that Archibald and Cassian might be protected, which would leave Benson unprotected. Oiler fans unhappy about that, but again, we'll see, right? It's going to be interesting because, again, general managers will protect players that we as fans will look at and say, well, why would they protect that guy? They can get 8 different guys who can play that same style off the UFA market. But GMs can be kind of stubborn. We talk about coaches, not giving kids an opportunity for a general manager. Sure, maybe Tyler Benson has that promise and that potential, but they will say, well, we'll risk losing him because we know what we've got on the roster. We know what these veterans can do. So we'll see. Should be an interesting weekend. Let me know your thoughts regarding the Detroit Islanders trade. And again, I'm wearing Detroit gear because I like Leddy, but I think both teams did well. They were going to lose Leddy for nothing. So this allows the protection to change now for the New York Islanders, and we'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.